Pendengaran Permohonan untuk Menerima, Masuk dan Mendaftaraikan Pempetisyen sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya secara sidang video. Dengan izin Yang Arif, perbicaraan mahkamah pada hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan. Hakim bersidang hari ini ialah Yang Arif Hakim Dato Wan Ahmad Farid bin Wan Salleh. Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen pertama WA181401 Evelyn Ng Chan Fei. Sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Evelyn Ng Chan Fei, Pempetisyen pertama.
Silakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Yap Chin Ling mewakili pempetisyen pertama. Turut hadir adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya. Pertamanya, Puan Izni Elina binti Zainal bagi pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia. Kedua, Encik Iskandar Putra bin Ishak bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia. Saya Yap Chin Ling mewakili pempetisyen pertama. Encik Elvin O. Siong bijaksana saya. Pertamanya, Puan Izni Elina binti Yang Arif, saya mohon izin untuk memperkenalkan pempetisyen dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Persilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, the petitioner Evelyn Ng Chan Fei was born in Batu Pahat, Johor in 1997. She is the middle child of 3 children of Mr. Frederick Ng Yong Cheng and Madam Wong Miao Chin. The petitioner read law at the University of Leeds and obtained first-class honours in 2019. She then completed her LLM legal practice in BPP Leeds with distinction in 2020. Thereafter, the petitioner had the privilege of commencing her pupillage at Zul Rafiq and Partners under the tutelage of one of my dearest friends, Ms. Leong Mei Ling. During her pupillage, the petitioner was exposed to different areas of legal practice in the firm and was retained as the corporate real estate practice group. At this juncture, Yang Arif, the petitioner would like to record her gratitude and appreciation towards her pupil master and the firm's knowledge management and training department, both of which have provided her with the opportunity to train and hone her skills. Yang Arif, before the petitioner proceeds to thank other people in this speech, she would like to take a moment to vent her utmost anger and displeasure towards the COVID-19 virus and all of its variants of concern for having deprived her of a long call in open court. Notwithstanding this, on this special day, the petitioner is reminded that there are still things to be grateful for, and she would like to therefore take the opportunity to convey her love and appreciation to every single person whom have one way or another impacted her life and her journey in becoming a lawyer. Firstly, she would like to thank her family for their constant support in this journey. Specifically, she would like to express her gratitude to namely her parents for their countless sacrifices made for her to be where she is today, to both her sisters for always being an inspiration to her by excelling in their respective fields and by being exceptional people with extremely kind hearts. And also to her extended family for always keeping her in their prayers. The petitioner would also like to record her deepest appreciation to all her seniors who are top-notch people who guided her and are still guiding her patiently and tolerating her various amateur questions. She would also like to thank her friends who have made this journey fun and memorable. To those tuning in, she's truly appreciative of everyone who made time to witness and share this joyful occasion with her. The petitioner recognizes that today not only marks the completion of her pupillage, but also the beginning of a challenging journey ahead of her as a lawyer and as a working adult. Thus, the petitioner would like to record some of the most valuable advice she was given during her time as a pupil in chambers. These advice and sound bites have and will continue to encourage her and perhaps Anyone tuning in today might also benefit as well. Some of the notable sound bites she had received are: first, success is not defined by having a passion for your job. Second, never belittle anyone, as you can learn from everyone. Third, do not burn bridges. Fourth, why be a lawyer if you're not an ethical lawyer? Fifth, procedures are very important because a case can be thrown out on procedural grounds. Sixth, always check. And lastly, seventh, learn the facts well. Yang Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa semua serat cara adalah teratur dan Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976. Saya juga percaya bahawa tiada terdapat bantahan daripada rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan yang berkenaan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri mohon satu perintah agar Pempetisyen Evelyn Ng Kan Fei diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Peguam negara.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan bagi pihak Peguam negara.
Thank you.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Thank you.
Dengan izin pihak KLBA juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana tidak ada bantahan daripada pihak-pihak yang berkenaan dan oleh kerana kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Evelyn Ng Kan Fei sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Evelyn Ng Kan Fei dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya mohon izin untuk membenarkan Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendirinya, Yang Arif.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Thank you.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen kedua WA185401-2021 dan Nashini anak perempuan Tiru Selva. Sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Danashini Tiruselva.
Dipersilakan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Cassandra Lee, Peguam Pengusul yang mewakili pihak Pempetisyen kedua dan Nashini anak perempuan Tiru Selva. Rakan bijaksana saya Encik Elvin O mewakili jawatan kuasa Peguam Selangor. Wakil-wakil dari Jabatan Peguam Negara Malaysia dan Majlis Peguam Malaysia adalah seperti yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, the petitioner, Danashini anak perempuan Thiru Selvam, is the daughter of one Mr. Manoharan Sanasi and Madam Anne Rani, and the granddaughter of one Madam Kamala Arumugam. Being the excellent student that she was, she read law at the University of Malaya. She was inspired to read law as she believes that knowledge of the law can be used as a tool to prevent injustice and to uphold every individual's rights. During her time at the university, my lord, the petitioner's keen interest and enthusiasm in the law can be seen through her active participation in various extracurricular activities, both in the faculty and the 12th Residential College. The petitioner was the head of marketing of the Consti team, which conducted activities to create awareness on constitutional rights. In addition, the petitioner was also part of the Royal Together. I was told it is an initiative which focuses on conducting weekly activities at a center which houses children with intellectual disabilities. My lord, upon completion of the petitioner's studies, she commenced her pupillage at the law firm of a very good friend of mine, Mrs. Gavin Jayapal, under the tutelage of Mr. Gavin J. Anand Jayapal himself, a practitioner who the petitioner holds in high regard, and I have very much agree with that, my lord. The petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Gavin J. Anand Jayapal for his patience and dedication in teaching and guiding her throughout her pupillage. During her time at Mrs. Gavin Jayapal, she was blessed with supportive and helpful seniors who she wishes to make a special mention to. They are Ms. Tanusha Sharma Nesiratnam, Ms. Lavanya Selvaraja, and Ms. Santhia Venugopal, to all of whom she is grateful to have learned from and crossed paths with. My lord, the petitioner would also like to acknowledge and express her gratitude to the most important people in her life. Firstly, her parents, Mr. Manoharan Sanasi and Madam N. Rani, for supporting her dreams. Her brother Harish, for always being supportive and being there to cheer her up on challenging days. And as a practitioner, I know that there are many such days. And accordingly, the petitioner is very grateful to have Harish always being there to support her and cheer her up. To her loving grandmother, Madam Kamala Arumugam, who cared for the petitioner since she was 2 months old until she completed her schooling, the petitioner says, there are no words that could sufficiently express how grateful the petitioner is to her for her endless love, encouragement, support, and sacrifices. The petitioner would like to also thank her relatives for their unwavering love and encouragement. My lord, I have no doubt that Madam Kamala Arumugam, Mr. Manoharan Sanasi, Madam N. Rani, Harish, and all of the petitioner's relatives are extremely proud of her achievements today and are delighted to share this important day in the petitioner's life. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her appreciation to a few friends, schoolmates, batchmates, namely Atira Anissa, Renee, Jasmine, Kiran, Kabilan, Kirtiga, Khadija, Engmei, Donna Bong, and Malar. The petitioner thank you for being her supportive system during her days in law school as well as throughout her pupillage. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa surat cara pempetisyen adalah teratur dan pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan dan bersesuaian. Saya juga percaya Yang Arif bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan berkenaan tidak mempunyai bantahan terhadap petisyen ini. Oleh yang demikian, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar pempetisyen Danashini anak perempuan Thiruselvam diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan bagi pihak yang berbahagi Tan Sri Peguam Negara.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin mahkamah, pihak KLBA juga tiada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tiada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini dan kertas kausa adalah teratur, mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Danashini anak perempuan Thiruselvam sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Danashini anak perempuan Thiruselvam dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen ketiga WA 187701-2021 Nur Atiyah binti Mahmud Fathi. Sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nur Atiyah binti Mahmud Fathi, pempetisyen ketiga.
Dipersilakan Puan Nur Azrina.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Saya Nur Azrina binti Darus, Peguam pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen. Bersama saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana yang mewakili pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan juga Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur. Seperti mana yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini, Ya Arif. Ya Arif, sebelum saya mengusulkan kemasukan permohonan Pempetisyen, izinkan saya memperkenalkan Pempetisyen terlebih dahulu. Pempetisyen dilahirkan pada 5 Julai 1996 di Hospital Kajang dan merupakan anak keempat kepada Encik Mahmud Fatihi bin Abdul Samad dan juga Puan Norainu binti Abdul Halim. Pempetisyen telah mendapat pendidikan awal di Sekolah Kebangsaan Sungai Kantan, Kajang dan menamatkan pendidikan menengahnya di Mahad Integrasi Tahfiz Sains dan Teknologi Istana Bandar Jugra. Pempetisyen kemudiannya telah diterima masuk ke Universiti Islam Antarabangsa Malaysia dalam jurusan undang-undang dan telah menamatkan pengajiannya pada Februari 2020 dengan segulung ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang. Semangatnya untuk mendalami bidang undang-undang tidak hanya terhenti di situ, malah Pempetisyen seterusnya telah menyambung pengajian dalam jurusan undang-undang syariah di Universiti Islam Antarabangsa dan telah dianugerahkan ijazah sarjana muda undang-undang syariah. Pempetisyen kemudiannya telah memulakan latihan dalam kamar selama 9 bulan di Tetuan Adenan Syaridah and Associates Bandar Baru Bangi, Ya Arif. Di kesempatan ini, Pempetisyen memanjatkan rasa kesyukuran kepada Allah Ta'ala atas segala nikmat kurnianya serta selawat serta salam buat junjungan Nabi Muhammad SAW, ahli keluarga dan juga para sahabatnya. Di hari yang bersejarah ini, Pempetisyen mendedikasikan sepenuh penghargaan kepada ibu bapa Pempetisyen, abah dan mama untuk kasih sayang, bimbingan dan sokongan mereka yang tiada penghujung. Tidak dilupakan juga buat keluarga Pempetisyen, kakak, abang Dafi, Afiq, abang Hisham, abang Aina, Iyah, Nikmat dan juga baby Fakih yang sentiasa menyokong Pempetisyen dalam setiap jalan hidup yang dipilihnya. Perhargaan khas Pempetisyen, Ya Arif, kepada Dato Adnan bin Seman Elias Abdullah yang sudi menerima Pempetisyen masuk ke dalam firmanya untuk menjalani latihan dalam kamar, dan juga kepada Encik Nasrul Hadi bin Mat Saad atas kesudian beliau menerima Pempetisyen untuk berada di bawah seliaannya. Jutaan terima kasih juga diucapkan kepada Datin Syarida, Cik Izian, Encik Azizul, Encik Haris, Kak Lia, Kak Ti, Kak Asmat, Anisah, Wani, Anwar dan juga Amirul yang telah banyak membimbing, mengajar serta sabar dengan kerenah Pempetisyen sepanjang tempoh latihan dalam kamar ini. Pempetisyen juga ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan kepada semua sahabat seperjuangan Pempetisyen dari zaman Mahad hingga ke UAE, terutamanya kepada Omar Muhtar, Nurul Izyani, Aizah Izzati, Alia Husna, Nurul Nasuha, Siti Nadirah dan sahabat-sahabat lain yang secara langsung dan tidak langsung banyak membantu Pempetisyen untuk berdiri ke tahap ini. Dan yang terakhir dan terutama sekali, Pempetisyen ingin mengalungkan jutaan penghargaan buat diri Pempetisyen atas kepercayaan dengan dirinya, tak berhenti berusaha yang terbaik untuk pencapaiannya dan tidak pernah berputus asa walau apa juga rintangan yang melanda. Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa surat cara Pempetisyen adalah sempurna dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelayakan menurut Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976 dan bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili semua badan-badan yang berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh itu, Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon suatu perintah agar Pempetisyen Nur Atiyah binti Mahmud Fatihi dapat diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya pohon perintah sepenuhnya, pohon Yang Arif.
Izinnya Arif, tiada bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tidak ada bantahan.
Terima kasih. Amin first, Amin.
Yang Arif, pihak Selangor Bah tiada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana tidak ada bantahan daripada pihak-pihak dan oleh kerana kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Nur Atiyah binti Mahmud Fathi sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Nur Atiyah binti Mahmud Fathi dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya mohon untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen keempat WA1813402-2021, Joanna Wu Hui Ern. Sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Joanna Wu Hui Ern, Pempetisyen keempat.
Silakan Puan Rajastri.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Rajastri Supaya mewakili Pempetisyen nombor 4, Joanna Wu Hui Ern pada hari ini. Rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur telah pun diperkenalkan kepada Yang Arif sebentar tadi. Yang Arif, izinkan saya teruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Persilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. My Lord, the background of the petitioner is as follows. This petitioner was brought up in a loving and warm family, a daughter to Mr. Wu Yok King and Madam Jesselyn Chong, who have brought her up into a fine young lady that she has become. She has chosen the legal career path with the passion of wanting to serve and to help the people of Malaysia, bringing love and justice to the community. Today, my Lord, we stand before you and the witnesses here, presenting to you this petitioner who has come a long way and who has made it triumphantly to the doorway into the legal profession. The petitioner successfully obtained an LLB degree from the University of Nottingham in UK and moved on to complete her bar professional training course at Nottingham Trent in 2020. My Lord, the petitioner was successfully called to the Bar of England and Wales last year and is a member of the Middle Temple of the UK, United Kingdom. Yang Arif, with a calling and a heart for her home country, the petitioner returned to Malaysia and commenced her pupillage in Chui and Company and Changan Arif. Yang Arif, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her gratitude and her heartfelt appreciation to everyone who supported her throughout this journey. Firstly, the petitioner would like to thank God for being so gracious and for guiding her through this whole journey. She would also like to show her utmost gratitude to her parents and her brother Joshua for supporting her financially and emotionally in this journey. The petitioner is also grateful for their presence and for constantly being there to listen and to give wise advice as the parents of the petitioner. In her journey, Yang Arif, my learned friend, the petitioner has been fortunate to be guided under my learned friend, her master, Miss Cindy Go. And I trust that she has had the best of guidance under this excellent and a very noteworthy lawyer, Yang Arif, in this profession. The petitioner would like to thank her master, Miss Cindy Go, and the associates in her team for their knowledge, for their guidance, and their patience throughout her 9 months of pupillage. She would also like to thank her pupil mates, Lydia, Celine, and Jin Yi, for making her pupillage experience much more enjoyable. Furthermore, Yang Arif, the petitioner would like to thank all her friends, especially Samantha Ha, Samantha Yap, and Charmaine for providing endless support throughout this journey. And the petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her VVOJ church friends for the support enjoyed throughout the past year. Arif, the petitioner's introduction is all about her journey and where she is today. And in this juncture, Yang Arif, the petitioner dedicates this auspicious day to the people that she loves and to God. Yang Arif, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I verily believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and that the relevant bodies present today have no objections to this petition. Accordingly, I respectfully and humbly pray that this honorable court grants an order that the petitioner be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. Mohon diperkenankan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan dari Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tiada bantahan dan oleh kerana kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima Masuk Joanna Wu Hui En sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Joanna Wu Hui En dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Much obliged, Yang Arif. Yang Arif, I pray that the petitioner be allowed to robe herself.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen kelima WA1896008-2020 Xia Chiu Yen. Sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Xia Chiu Yen, Pempetisyen kelima.
Dipersilakan Encik Nadesh.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Nadesh Gana Baskran, program pengusul yang mewakili pihak Pempetisyen kelima, Xia Chiu Yen Yang Arif. Bersama-sama dengan saya adalah rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Selangor yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya meminta memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Thanks, my lord. My lord, may I please introduce the petitioner, Xia Chiu Yen, my lord. The petitioner was born and raised in Muar, Johor Bahru, in the year of 1997. The petitioner is the third child of Mr. Sia Beng Leong and Madam To Ya Sek. My lord, the petitioner finished her very last lecture via Google Meet at home and graduated from Multimedia University in Bachelor's of Law in the year of 2020 when Malaysia was hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. The petitioner's journey in the field of law was never an easy one for the petitioner, where she always told her friends during the final examinations every single semester that she is going to drop out and that she's going to drop out, but thankfully that didn't happen and here she is today. The petitioner would never have the privilege to appear before this honourable court on this special occasion without the support and from the incredible people behind her, and the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to express her gratitude to these individuals today. My lord, the petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to her parents for their unconditional love and their unwavering support. The petitioner is grateful to her siblings, Xia Chiu Min, her sisters, Xia Chiu Shen, and her brother, Xia Tiong Ji, as well as her brother-in-law, Mr. Wilson Sin, for supporting her in pursuing her dreams. The petitioner thanks her family for always believing in her and being by her side whenever she felt lost, stressed, and when she broke down, which supposedly, according to the petitioner, happened on many occasions. It is the petitioner's humble wish, my lord, that her long call today before this honourable court would be a moment that her family is proud of. The petitioner would also take this opportunity to convey her appreciation to her cousin-in-law, who is more like her brother, Mr. Victor Gunn, for motivating and planting the seed of interest in the field of law in her mind since she was the age of 16. The petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her pupil master, Mr. Dharman Sivalingam, for his guidance and patience, as well as the opportunities to attend court trials with him. Observing and learning the trial process and his advocacy skills was such an enriching experience to the extent where she is used to come back from trials and reenact her master's cross-examination questions to share her experience with her colleagues. She hopes that someday she would follow his footsteps. My lord, the petitioner is also grateful to her former pupil master, Miss Sujata Salleh from Mesa's Dharman Sivalingam and Partners. Having commenced her pupillage in Penang, she had transferred her master when she joined the KL firm to pursue for the opportunities to pursue knowledge, her constant guidance and belief in the petitioner. The petitioner appreciates all the care and guidance by her friendly colleagues. I would like to name a few, my lord. Miss Payal, Miss Lina, Amanda, Vishal, Sasha, Robina, as well as May Sin for making her pupillage experience a great one. The petitioner was inspired on how these incredible people carry out their daily work. The petitioner wishes to point out that pupillage would not go smoothly without her pupil mate, Nurul Farhana, who made her time in Mesa's Dharman Sivalingam and Partners more memorable. My lord, the petitioner is also grateful to her best friends from primary school and high school, as well as her fellow law school survivors from Multimedia University, especially Jingru, Shu Wen, Joanne, and Jia Yi, for their support and all the meaningful memories along the way. Last but not least, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to record her appreciation to all her relatives who are close to her heart on this special occasion. My lord, dengan izin Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa kesemua surat cara pempetisyen adalah lengkap dan teratur. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa pempetisyen adalah seorang berkelayakan menurut kepada Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan tersebut tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh yang demikian Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya pempetisyen kelima, Sia Chu Yen, diterima, masuk dan didaftarkan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, tiada sebarang bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada ada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana pihak-pihak yang berkenaan tiada bantahan dan oleh kerana kertas kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Sia Chu Yen sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Sia Chu Yen dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan dirinya sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Much obliged.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, pempetisyen ke-6 WA181488009-2019. Ko Xue Jing, sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Yang Arif, saya Ko Xue Jing.
Dipersilakan Cik Suaran.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Suaran Singh hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen yang ke-6, Cik Ko Xue Jing. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari pihak Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. If so pleases, my lordship, may I introduce the petitioner Ho Shui Jing properly. The petitioner is the youngest and apparently the favorite child of Mr. Ko Ket Lim and Madam Lau Wei Bing. Petitioner read law at the University of Manchester and graduated in 2018. Following this, the petitioner took the Bar Professional Training course in BPP Manchester and was called to the Bar of England and Wales by the Honourable Society of Middle Temple in July 2019. Upon completion of her studies in the United Kingdom, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in September 2019 in Messrs. Shen Delamore and Co. under the tutelage of Miss Karen Abraham, who is a very good friend of mine and a highly distinguished member of the Malaysian Bar. On this momentous occasion, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank those who were instrumental in her journey to where she is today. Petitioner would also like to dedicate this milestone to her parents, especially Mr. Ko Ket Lim and Madam Lau Wei Bing, her sister, Dr. Hazel Ko, her aunt, Ko Siu Fun, her uncle, Ng Kim Chiu, and her late grandmother, Miss Lee Ho Hong, who were very important and instrumental in the petitioner's upbringing. Her achievements are fruits of their unconditional love and support. The petitioner also wishes to record her heartfelt gratitude to her pupil master, Miss Karen Abraham, who took the petitioner under her wings and allowed her to bloom and blossom in her supportive environment with her grace and guidance. Miss Karen Abraham is a friend of mine, and I know that under the pupillage of Miss Karen Abraham, the petitioner would have learned a lot about the practice of law, the ethics of the practice, and also the world of IP litigation and practice. She is indeed very blessed to have had Karen as her master. The petitioner would also like to extend her gratitude and appreciation to her friends for their love and support throughout the years, especially Navin Raj for being a constant in her life. The Angels team, comprising Yip, Jocelyn, and Jessica Chung, for being her pillars of strength and support throughout this journey, and the partners, associates, pupils, and staff in Shen Delamore and Co, who the petitioner had the honor to cross paths with in her life as a pupil. My Lord, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of this honorable court. I believe that all her papers are in order and that the respective bodies do not have any objections to this motion. May I humbly seek for this honorable court to admit and enroll this petitioner, Ms. Ho Shui Jing, as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaysia.
Izin Yang Arif, tiada bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara Malaysia.
Terima kasih.
Izin Yang Arif, Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Dan izin Yang Arif, pihak KLBA juga tiada bantahan terhadap petisyen ini.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana tidak ada bantahan daripada pihak-pihak yang berkenaan dan oleh kerana Kuasa-Kuasa telah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Ko Shui Jing sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Ko Shui Jing dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Tanya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Pempetisyen ke-7 WA 18050510/2020 Farah Azwani binti Badli. Sila perkenalkan diri anda.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Farah Azwani binti Badli, Pempetisyen nombor 7.
Dipersilakan Cik Kenneth. Unmute please.
Mahalogi Sang Arif. Dengan izinnya Arif, Kenneth Tan Cik Wai bagi pihak Pempetisyen Farah Azwani binti Badli bersama-sama saya rakan-rakan bijaksana saya daripada Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur seperti mana yang diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izinnya Arif, saya ingin mohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk bertutur dalam bahasa Inggeris Yang Arif.
Dipersilakan.
May it please my Lord, I wish to introduce a brief background about the petitioner, Farah Azwani binti Badli, my Lord. The petitioner was born on the 22nd July 1997 in Jitra, Kedah. The petitioner is the only daughter of Encik Badli bin Bakar and Puan Salma binti Ahmad, both of whom are witnessing this very moment from afar, my Lord, at the comfort of their home. The petitioner had early education at SK Teluk Malik, Citra, before pursuing her secondary school in SMK Paya Kemuning at Citra, Kedah, and her foundation in law at University Technology Malaya, UITM, Dengkil, my Lord. My Lord, the petitioner had then pursued her undergrad studies at the School of Law, University Utara Malaysia, and eventually graduated with a Bachelor of Laws after 4 years of study. And the petitioner subsequently underwent her tutelage for a cumulative period of 9 consecutive months from 13th of October 2020 to the 16th of July 2021 at Messrs. Lee and Chong, wherein she has diligently read in the chambers of my learned friend, whom also is also a good friend of mine, my Lord, Miss Irene Tan En Chin, which is one of the firm's partner as well as the current head of corporate and conveyancing department of Mrs. Lee and Chong, my Lord. My Lord, it has been a journey for the petitioner, my Lord. Hence, at this very moment, the petitioner wishes to highlight several individuals of whom the petitioner owes her accomplishments, my Lord, her accomplishment the most along the way, my Lord. First and foremost, the petitioner would like to convey her utmost gratitude to her pupil master, Miss Irene Tan En Chin, for her guidance, continuous patience, and for sharing her almost 2 decades worth of legal practice and experience, my Lord. The petitioner still remembers vividly from the words of her master, that is, to succeed in life, you will always need great positive attitude and remember to be grateful in good or bad times, because at the end of the day, you owe it to yourself to be better. The petitioner shall forever keep the said advice in mind so long as she intends to practice in our noble profession, my Lord. The petitioner, my Lord, would also like to share her achievement with her parents, as the latter have been the petitioner backbone throughout her journey to becoming a lawyer. Today, petitioner humbly stands before my Lord, bearing in mind and heart that she owes it to her family, her friends, and especially her parents, that she would not be able to do what she did to achieve all this without their help and support, rain or shine, my Lord. The petitioner further wishes to record a special thanks to everyone at Messrs. Lee and Chong for their guidance and insight throughout the petitioner journey in finding her areas of practice and interest in law. And lastly, the petitioner is humbled and grateful for her mover, which is myself, my Lord, who has kindly agreed to take time out of his tight schedule to move the petitioner's call today. It is really an honor to have myself, my Lord, to be part of the petitioner's memorable moment of getting admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor in the High Court of Malaya, my Lord. My Lord, I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order, and my learned friends for the Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee each respectively have no objections to this motion. And my Lord, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person. And therefore, I humbly pray that the petitioner to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor High Court of Malaya, my Lord.
Dengan izinnya Arif, tiada sebarang bantahan bagi pihak Peguam Negara.
Terima kasih.
Dengan izin Arif, Majlis Peguam juga tiada ada bantahan.
Terima kasih.
Yang Arif, pihak Kialba juga tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih. Oleh kerana tidak ada bantahan daripada pihak-pihak yang berkenaan dan oleh kerana keras kausa adalah teratur, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Farah Azwani binti Badli sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Farah Azwani binti Badli dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar Mahkamah Tinggi.
My Lord, I crave from your Lordship for the petitioner, crave leave from your Lordship for the petitioner to robe herself, my Lord.
Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Tanya.
Much obliged, my Lord.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, dengan ini saya menjemput Yang Arif Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan. Dengan izin Ya.
Terima kasih. Puan Izni Elina binti Zainal, Peguam Kanan Persekutuan yang mewakili Tan Sri Peguam Negara, Encik Iskandar Putra bin Ishaq, wakil daripada Bank Malaysia, dan Encik Alvin Oh Siong Yu, wakil daripada Jawatankuasa Kuala Lumpur, serta tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dapat mengikuti sidang ini dari dalam talian. Izinkan saya memberikan sedikit ucapan kepada peguam-peguam baru kita pada hari ini. Sekali lagi saya mengucapkan tahniah kepada Cik Evelyn Ng Kan Fei, Cik Dana Shini, anak perempuan Jerusalem, Cik Nur Atiyah binti Mahmud Fathi, Cik Joanna Wu Hui En, Cik Sia Chiu Yen, Cik Koh Shuah Jing dan Cik Farah Azwani binti Badri yang telah diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Tidak seperti kes-kes yang lain termasuk kes jenayah, petisyen kemasukan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara masih dilaksanakan secara dalam talian, bukan sahaja di Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala Lumpur tetapi di seluruh negara. Sementara keadaan pandemik bertukar menjadi lebih baik, kita terpaksalah menjalankan prosiding ini dengan secara dalam talian dengan norma baru apabila pempetisyen terpaksa memakai jubah secara kendiri, tidak seperti tradisi bar yang sebelumnya. Seperti yang kita sama-sama lihat tadi, agak sukar untuk memakai jubah peguam pada mulanya. Tetapi seperti yang selalu dikatakan, practice makes perfect. Saya yakin selepas 2-3 kali puan-puan memakai jubah, di dalam mahkamah terbuka nanti, dia akan menjadi lebih mudah dan lebih membiasakan diri. Dengan memakai jubah tersebut, puan-puan telah bersetuju untuk menunaikan kewajipan dan tanggungjawab sebagai seorang peguam dan mempertahankan kemuliaan profession ini. Saya selalu melihat di dalam sosial media ada seorang dua peguam yang menceritakan masalah klien mereka dan seterusnya mengatakan bahawa tindakan telah diambil dengan memfailkan tuntutan di mahkamah. Diceritakan juga dengan panjang lebar dan terperinci nasihat-nasihat yang telah diberikan kepada klien ini, khususnya yang melibatkan kes-kes yang dikatakan sebagai berprofil tinggi atau yang menarik minat awam. Sementara naratif ini sedap dibaca dan seronok didengar dan dapat menarik banyak likes atau retweet di media sosial, nasihat saya adalah puan-puan perlu berhati-hati di dalam menceritakan kisah klien puan-puan. Benar, netizen suka mendengar cerita-cerita yang juicy, seperti seorang artis menjadi mangsa dera suaminya atau seorang penyanyi remaja ditangkap kerana memiliki methamphetamine. Tetapi tanggungjawab kerahsiaan puan-puan adalah mengatasi segala-galanya. Rule 35B of the Legal Profession Practice and Etiquette Rules, 1978, provides that an advocate and solicitor shall preserve his client's confidence and duty, and this duty outlasts his employment. It is my view that this rule must be read together with Section 126 of the Evidence Act 1950, which says, and I quote, "No advocate shall at any time be permitted, unless with client's express consent, to disclose any communication made to him in the course and for the purpose of his employment as such advocate by on behalf of his client, or to state the contents or condition of any document with which he has become acquainted in the course and for the purpose of his professional employment, or to disclose any advice by him to his client in the course and for the purpose of such employment. Unquote. In the course of practice, this is referred to as solicitor's client's privilege. It is significant to note that this privilege is absolute and remains so until or unless expressly waived by the client. What is the significance of these provisions? The Federal Court in Tan Chung Kian against Yo Tai Chuan, 2018 2MLJ 669 FC, made it clear that a solicitor was legally obliged to protect not only any form of information that he had obtained from the client, but also all advice he had given to the client. In delivering the judgment of the Federal Court, Richard Malenjung, CJ Sabah Sarawak, as the former CJ then was, made the following remarks, and I quote, Section 126 is not a mere rule of evidence. It is a principle of fundamental justice. Surely, a breach of such principle entitles an aggrieved party to commence an action, including a prayer for an injunction to safeguard the confidentiality of the client-solicitor communication. It is even more critical when such confidential communication is used to the advantage of the solicitors who are legally obliged to protect it, unquote. So when a client comes and see you and pours his heart out, and he has a legitimate expectation that you will protect such information even after your retirement in years to come. This is a special day. Today you join the noble profession. You should take pride in all of the accomplishments that have brought you today. We all know what tremendous effort it takes to complete the law school and be conferred with LLB honors. Memandang ke hadapan, saya mengharapkan apa sahaja pilihan puan-puan selepas ini, sama ada di bidang advokasi, advisory, conveyancing atau corporate, puan-puan akan berjaya dengan pilihan itu. Puan-puan juga boleh buat pilihan untuk menganggotai perkhidmatan kehakiman dan perundangan seperti SFC yang hadir pada pagi ini dan menjadi magistrate atau timbalan pendakwa raya. The important thing is do what you love to do, and success and happiness will always come naturally. Kepada ahli-ahli keluarga dan rakan-rakan Pempetisyen yang mengikuti prosedur ini di dalam talian dari jauh dan dekat, hari ini adalah hari menyambut kejayaan Pempetisyen. Raihkanlah kejayaan mereka. Marilah kita sama-sama mengucapkan tahniah di atas kejayaan ini, walaupun keadaan semasa tidak mengizinkan ianya diraihkan dengan mengambil gambar-gambar di pekarangan dalam kompleks mahkamah. Buat sementara ini, memadailah gambar-gambar itu diambil di luar kompleks mahkamah dengan memegang jambangan bunga yang pelbagai warna dan indah-indah. Apa juga pilihan puan-puan selepas ini, mahkamah mengambil kesempatan ini untuk mengucapkan selamat maju jaya di dalam karier pilihan puan-puan yang kita amat hormati ini. All the best, and wherever you are, always stay safe. Thank you.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif. Dengan izin, Yang Arif. Terima kasih kepada kesemua wakil jabatan